What up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and we are here with episode number 2 of Harlem Season 2. The episode is titled If You Can't Say Anything Nice, ... So, before we jump into this review, if you guys are watching this or any other video on the channel and aren't subscribed, then if you want to stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it, you guys feel free. If you want to, it's up to you. Like the video, subscribe, turn on your post notifications, and share. If you feel that you want to do that, do it. Before we go ahead and get into this review, nope, I've already said that. Without further ado, let's go ahead and discuss Harlem, shall we? So we picked this episode up. Oh, that's hilarious. So we picked this episode up with Camille and Jameson, and he put it together that you're not that happy, and he pieced out on Camille, right? He pieced out on Camille, and I actually don't blame him. In this particular moment, I wish Camille would have said, because your facial expression really gave it away that you weren't happy that the man was still staying. Because we know that it's because you're back with Ian. So we see Angie, she got home and she was being extremely loud. Mind you, she's yelling out for Quinn. So Quinn came out to tell her, like, yo, Isabella is back there. So Isabella and Quinn had a really great night because Isabella made her have 8 orgasms. I was like, oh wow, that's a lot. That's a lot. But Quinn is starting to question things, not with Isabella, but about, Sean. And Angie is basically telling her that, when it comes down to it, she feels that why not? Why not be with both of them? I was like, honestly, I don't see anything wrong with it. I actually don't see anything wrong with that, right? I don't see anything wrong with her being with Sean, and I don't see anything wrong with her being with Isabella. Because, well, maybe, okay, never mind. I do see something wrong with it because she was in a relationship with Sean, and now and that's the thing with Quinn. But we'll talk about Quinn, and we'll talk about Quinn a little bit deeper in just a little bit when we get to it. But that is one of the issues with Quinn. So we see Camille. So Camille is, lecturing, and Ian was there. So Ian is basically telling Camille that he wants to get back with Camille. So we see them as they go to her apartment. She offered him some expired yogurt, some butter, and some rosé. I was like, damn, girl, and you quit your job and you ain't got no food in your refrigerator? Go back and ask Dr. Pruitt for your job full time. And I get Camille's frustration with Dr. Pruitt, because I did think while watching season 1 with Dr. Pruitt, and the fact that Camille had been there as an adjunct professor and she wanted to be tenured. Like, I understood her frustration. It's like, I put in the work, and just because it's not to your not to what you feel it should be, then you don't want to recommend me for the position. I absolutely understood her frustration. And I feel like with Dr. Pruitt, like I said, I understood her frustration. With Dr. Pruitt, I think Dr. Pruitt still has her idea, the way that she did things, and you have to get with the times, because Camille is not she's not in publications, but she has a social media presence, and whether Dr. Pruitt likes it or not, that's what this generation does. It's social media presence. So I didn't really like that too much. And I understood, I remember watching it when Dr. Pruitt did hire, who she hired, and happened to be a black man, and she was like, I can't say it's racism or any other isms because, he's qualified. I just think Dr. Pruitt had a little, I think with Dr. Pruitt, she really based everything off of her first interactions with Camille. But you guys can let me know what you think in the comment section below. So things are awkward between Camille and, Ian. So Ian is asking her about Jameson, and she said, well, basically, he broke up with me. Excuse me. So then Ian asked her, so how did he take it when you told him we're back together? Well, she didn't tell him that you're back together. And see, here's my thing when it comes to Ian. Why would you want her to do that? Number one, why do you care how he took it? If she's not with him anymore and she's back with you, you shouldn't really care about how Jameson took it. Like, I didn't understand that part. So she told him she didn't tell him. And then he was like, but I just ended my relationship. I was supposed to get married and I didn't get married. And she was like, so is that because of me? So you're blaming me for that. You knew that you didn't want to be with her. You told me that we should get back together. And then let's not forget the fact that after that kiss that you guys shared episode 2, you text Camille and ask Camille, should we give us a try? So you can't sit here and blame Camille for anything in this situation. Was Camille a participant in this? Absolutely, but you can't sit here and try to fault Camille for it. But let's pause here and move forward, you guys. So we see the girls and they are out with each other, right? So Angie is telling, who was she telling? Yeah, so it was Angie, it was Camille, and it was Ty. They were together, right? Quinn has not shown up yet. So Angie was telling them about the guy that gave her the massage that she had sex with, right? And, just to make sure she got her good luck, she banged his roommate. I was like, huh. So then she said she went and got some scratchers, and she got a free one. After she got a free one, then she got another free one. So she got 5 free tickets, right? So then she's talking about, she got to figure something out because Quinn is about to move in Isabella, and Ty was like, yeah, when it comes to lesbians, after the second date comes a U-Haul. So Ty is telling them about this website called She Be Toxic because she tried to talk to this girl on the street who was played by D Woods, and she found out that on She Be Toxic that it's like Yelp for negative dates that people have been on, right? So Ty is worried that Brandon's lawyers might see this, and she's just worried about what kind of figure is going to come her way. So Camille is reading it, and Camille reads it that she's on there, right? She ghosts people and then she gets what she wants, and then she ghosts people. They called her broke as fuck. So Quinn came in, right? So Quinn has already ate. She ate breakfast with Isabella, and they were like, say what now? She said, I didn't want to interrupt couples time. And they were like, but this is friends time. So then Camille tells Quinn that she's broke as fuck. And she's like, you're not broke as fuck. Angie's broke as fuck. I was like, oh my God, not Angie's broke as fuck, right? So Angie went back to the convenience, the corner store, and she got another ticket. So she started scratching it, and she saw 500, and nothing, right? So then she was getting ready to leave, and she bumped into this guy named Marcus, who took her back to his home, beautiful home. So, he was talking about the fact that his house is big, but other things are big as well. I was like, typically when you hear people, I always feel like when you hear a man brag about how big he is, I always feel like when you, how do I want to say this? When you hear a man brag about his dick size, I always think that because I have plenty of homies. Now, I don't know if they big or not, but yeah, I'm King Kong. I'm like, oh, I hate I'm like, why do girls really like when y'all say that to them? I've never saw a woman that, I don't think women like that, do they? What women are y'all fucking with that likes to hear how big your dick? It's this gigantic. Oh, I got a King Kong. I got an anaconda. I don't think women like that. Maybe maybe younger girls like that, but grown women don't want to hear that. I'm pretty positive of that. So let's pause here and move forward. So we see Quinn and we see Isabella. So they are on this very interesting date, and I could not figure out where they were Even Isabella said, what's going on? Because one woman was talking about the threads on her pussy. She was talking about licking her clit and her asshole. I was like, what? They eventually got up and left. I was like, thank you, Jesus. So we find out about Ty. So Tom's going to try to get those negative reviews removed about her, right? But she can't. She tried to bribe him, threaten him. She can't get them removed. So she said that she's been scrolling through and she found this woman who basically, bangs and ghost women, right? Her name is Zoe. So she wants to find this woman. So then Angie is talking about her and Marcus, right? And remember, I told you Marcus has been talking about how big his dick is, right? So Angie let us know his dick ain't big. It's small. Micro penis. So Camille is then telling us about, her and Ian. So she said that she texted Ian and she got 3 dotted. Now this is something that I have never heard. I've never heard about getting 3 dotted. I know what 3 dots is if I have an iPhone, so I know what 3 dots is. When someone is typing, you will see 3 dots. I know you see 3 dots. You'll see 3 dots on Insta. I know when you're on Instagram, Snapchat, and I believe, I don't use Facebook, so I don't know how that looks. But I know with Instagram, I know with Twitter, and Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. Snapchat will send you a message saying that so-and-so is typing. I know that Instagram, I think you can see when a person is typing because it'll show something. But I know when it comes to the iPhones, we have 3 dots. And he 3-dotted her and she took a screenshot of it. Now, I will say once before, I have taken a screenshot of a 3 dots, but I thought, because I took a screenshot of it because I was wondering if I got an update because it looked like it was, so the 3 dots it was 3 dots and they were shaded. And I was like, I've never saw them like that before, but sometimes when people 3 dots you, when it comes to 3 dots, because I've saw it, 3 dots, the person can be typing, and then if they erase everything, it'll go away. Then they'll start back typing again. You know how like you type something and you erase it, you type it again. So sometimes when the 3 dots go away, I've noticed sometimes when 3 dots go away, that the person, they're still probably typing. It's just a whole lot of lengthy stuff that they're gonna send to you. I've definitely saw that plenty of times before. I'm just like, oh my God, I hate to see it. But yeah, she got 3 dotted. I didn't really see too much into it. They told her not to overthink it, and I was with them. Don't overthink it. But let's pause here and move forward, you guys. So we see Camille, she's at home and she's completely overthinking the situation. So she got a text message from Jameson and he's asking her if she's home because he's gonna drop off some of her stuff. So she remembered he got a key. So he comes in and she was pretending to be asleep. He said, you were never good at pretending to be asleep, right? Well, Jameson also knows about the situation with Mira and Ian. The fact that they did get married because he found her on social media and she's been posting about what she's eating instead of her wedding. And he kind of figured it had something to do with Camille. So she basically went on ahead and told him about her and Ian. So then we see Ty. So Ty is at the bar and she found the Zoe girl because Zoe was there with another woman, and then another woman came and broke the situation up. So Ty went and introduced herself to Zoe, and Zoe was like, you're Ty, the infamous Ty R. So they went back to Ty's place and had sex with each other, right? So we see Isabella and Quinn, they make it back to Quinn's place, and this is what I was going to talk about a few minutes ago. When it comes to Quinn moves too fast. And I think it's both for men and for women because, she was telling Isabella to come up with her, and Isabella's like, I can't, I got a lot of things I got to do tomorrow, right? So she's like, are you mad at me? And I will say that I am someone who is definitely guilty of that right there. I'm guilty of that. Like if someone's, I'm one of those people, like if you don't respond to me. I don't care about that, right? But if you say something and I feel like you're upset, I'm like, are you upset? Are you mad? Like, I don't want you to be mad at me. Like, are you mad at me? I'm notorious for my friends, and my friends will be like, I'm not mad at you. Like, stop asking that. Stop asking that. My friends and my family, I do that. When it comes to the people that I love and I care about, I do care about their feelings, so I don't want people to be mad at me. That's where I'm at, right? So Quinn is talking about the fact that she and Isabella are in, talking about them being in a relationship or something about them being a couple. And Isabella was like, it's just a little too soon for her. And I was like, ooh, Quinny. Moving too fast, right? So then we move over to Angie and Marcus, right? Marcus had the audacity to tell Angie that she should get vaginal rejuvenation. She was like, oh, wait a minute, little dick nigga. And he was like, he said, maybe just because, he says, he looking at her like, it can't be me, it's you, because, you had so many sexual partners. She's like, dude, because he's talking about all the women that ain't never complained about it. She said that we don't complain about it because we don't want to hurt your feelings. Has any of y'all, ladies, let me know in the comment section, have y'all ever done that to a man? That is horrible. Ooh. I ain't never had that issue where anybody's ever told me that I'm too small. I know that's part of TMI, but I ain't never had that issue. I've never had that issue. I've always had, never mind. We can get a little too personal. So Angie went home to Quinn's, and Quinn was there upset, telling her about the situation when that she ran off Isabella. I don't necessarily think you ran her off. I think with Quinn, like I said, I just think Quinn was just moving a little bit too fast, too soon. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And then we see Camille, right? So Camille went to go see Ian. He was at work, and she told him, you 3-dotted me. And the guy behind him said, you don't 3-dot people. So he said he just didn't know what to say to her. But he owns up to his part in this breakup with him and Mira. And, she told him she still wants to be with him. And then we move over to Ty and Zoe, who had sex with each other, right? And as Zoe was leaving, guess who's at the apartment? You guessed it. Brandon is there. I was like, oh shit. Ty, this ain't gonna be good for you, sis. Not gonna be good, but that's the episode, you guys. Let me know what you guys thought about it in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notifications, share the video, and share the video, like the video if you like the video. If you got anything out of this, if it was entertaining, if it was fun, do that. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Stay safe. Take care of yourselves. Wash your hands. Wear a mask. Wear your mask and be blessed. I took that out and I don't know why, but I'm putting that back in. Wash your hands, you guys. Be blessed. And I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.